Hello Gemini, and welcome to your in-depth horoscope forecast for February. This is for the Sun or the Ascendant. If you've yet to subscribe to my channel, I'd be honoured if you did so now. This month begins with the Sun and your ruler Mercury in the most expansive part of your scope, the 9th house, very much to do with travel, higher education and knowledge. But we do have Venus, the planet of love, tucked away alongside Neptune in the sign of Pisces, which for you is very much to do with your worldly interaction. And Mercury moves into this area itself on the 3rd. This is going to be a particularly significant transit because on the 17th, Mercury does go into a retrograde. But it's also worth noting that Mercury in this location is both in detriment and fall. So it's not its best, but it is an opportunity for you to think very carefully about how you are approaching your life role, your ambitions, and if there is some kind of retraining or rethinking you might want to do around these areas. But on the 8th, Venus moves into Aries, which is a gorgeous transit for you. It's very much to do with friendship. And I think this particular transit could mean, in terms of your professional prospects, it's about who as much as what you know. But on the 9th, we do have a full moon. Full moon, which is going to be forging a T-square with Uranus, the planet of surprises. And that, I feel, in the sign of Leo, arcing across the heavens towards the Sun in Aquarius, and then back across to Uranus, it does suggest that maybe some conversation or discussion can come into the open in the following 2 weeks, which could see you learning about something that you may be a little bit surprised about, or perhaps you're going to share something that you've been keeping very close to your chest. Now the 16th sees Mars move. Mars makes its way into the sign of Capricorn, where it's exalted. It loves being here. And if you are wanting to improve your financial lot, Mars is going to be very helpful to you for the rest of this month. Not least that it instantly forges a link which lasts for 9 days with Uranus, that planet which can make us restless but also pushes us to be a bit more innovative. It's possible, Gemini, that something from your past, an old skill, experience, or perhaps even a person could have an impact on you. Perhaps you're going to rethink something around your finances, or you're going to recycle something, or make the most of a past piece of information that can in some ways enrich you in the here and now. So be open to very innovative ways of approaching things, because that actually can be very good for you if you are wanting to improve your financial situation. But Mars making its way through Capricorn can also be quite sensual and passionate. So it's possible that you may have a greater desire to bond with somebody. And of course, with the big connection and collection of energy that we've had in Capricorn this year so far, it's interesting to know how Saturn is going to be interacting with this Mars transit. Well, the truth is, the Sun's going to be moving this month on the 19th into Pisces itself. But on the 18th, Saturn starts to stretch away from Pluto, which I feel that you're going to be really pleased about. If your long-term financial situation has really taken some hits, and it's been quite bruising over the last couple of years, things can ease a little bit with the experience, knowledge, but also application you've been showing in the interim. As the Sun makes its way into Pisces, it too also links to Mars. Now the Sun is much more beneficial in Pisces to you than Mercury. It's going to give you the opportunity to really heighten your vibration, raise the frequency of your message, have much more confidence about strutting your stuff around your worldly interactions, and it can attract a lot of attention. But if you are entrepreneurial, or you run your own business, or you want to apply for a new job, people will recognize that you're someone with drive, passion, determination, and a real vision of what you want to achieve, if you can handle the Mercury retrograde, which, as I said before, begins on the 17th. It is possible that if you do go for those jobs, or you're trying to work in an organisation where communication or politics are not always as easy as they might be, patience is going to be important. What you can do is make sure that every message or element that you're trying to convey is crystal clear, and you double check it so other people have the same impression that you're trying to put across. We can't completely negate Mercury's retrograde. What we can do is minimize the impact by our attention to detail. But also, if your work situation hasn't been working as well as you want, Mercury retrograde is urging you to rethink things, take a different approach, be more flexible, coming from the mutability of this transit through Pisces, and you can turn this to your advantage. The 23rd also sees a vibrant new moon in Pisces, so perhaps you can change the way that you dress, your appearance, or the way that you are trying to package whatever it is important you want people to hear about you. Because if you do, I feel that that can be something that people can appreciate, particularly if you show a more raw and perhaps even authentic side of yourself, due to the fact that this new moon does link with Black Moon Lilith, which does ask us to embrace our hidden side. Now, from the 24th through to the 27th, the Sun and Mercury are going to be side by side. This could give you a real brainwave, a touch of ingenuity when it comes to making progress. It is true, as the month draws to a close, that Venus and Pluto are squaring. That just suggests, I feel, that a friend and you may not necessarily see things in quite the same ways when it comes to some kind of a collective approach to a situation. Or it's possible that in a romantic relationship or dimension, it could be someone that you're strongly attracted to, but you're not quite sure about what their motives or if their values chime with yours. But it does ramp up the potential for a much more passionate interaction, which is coming through the auspices of Mars too. It's been a real pleasure being with you, Gemini. If you'd like to discover what the rest of 2020 will hold for you, and also gain 12-month forecasts from the time of order, you can order your forecast and character analysis and get 30% off by clicking the link beneath this video. But for now, good luck and goodbye.